good mental health. It's an active focus that I've been putting since last 6 to 7 years, and I think that I've achieved some level of Zen zone, and that's why with this initiative of free series, we are kind of creating sensitization, creating self-awareness in the society. Let's talk about the art of not doing anything. Let's hear that again.
Dolce far niente. It means the sweetness of doing nothing.
When was the last time you were not doing anything, just relaxing? I am going to be sharing a very stark and a very real data point with all of you. So during my time in Greece, I found that most of the people in Athens, Athenians or Greeks, do not actually work for the entire month of August. For the entire month of August. The lawyers are not working, the bank employees are not working, most of the notaries are not working, and you would find a lot of Greeks to be outside of Greece and actually taking a whole vacation. If you think this is a rare data point, and maybe Greece is where it is because they are having a siesta time, then it's not just Greece. Even in Dubai during my time, I found that most of the white collar employees and a lot of other employees were actually on and off for the entire month of June just because of pure play heat. And similarly, I've noticed during my time in Goa that a lot of Goans prefer to actually go on vacation during their time in May because of the heat. Why am I sharing these three separate countries' data points with all of you? When was the last time we as Indians, we as Delhiites, we as Mumbaikars or we as Bangaloreans have actually taken one full month off? We are a society which is absolutely overworked, overstressed, and unfortunately massively underpaid as well. In fact, when we talk about taking a full 1 month vacation, there are people who would kind of give you a side eye and who would be like, maybe you are unproductive, maybe you are lazy, maybe you're not even competitive enough, and that's why you need 1 month off. Our society does not look up to people who like to take one full month of off. And I know it's a privilege. Not everyone has the privilege to take one full month off. But I am not talking about those rare extreme circumstances or those people who are on the extreme ends. I'm talking about where are we really as Indians going as a society? And of course, there will be people who will say that the kind of history that we have had, the kind of colonization that we have had, we as Indians really need to work extremely hard to be able to reach or maybe topple many other nation states such as China and become the world power. Fair enough, but at what cost? These are the topics that nobody is talking. These are the topics that nobody is even discussing. Why aren't we talking about that we as a society are extremely stressed, extremely anxious? That's why in this video, I am going to be taking a really important topic, which is the mental health. Feel free to like and subscribe on this video and on this channel if you think that these are the kind of topics that you would want to learn, get exposed to, because mental health as a topic needs to be revisited again and again. It's almost like bathing. You clean your body, but next day you feel like cleaning it again. These are the topics that you would absolutely want close to your heart to be revisited, to act as a reminder so that you feel like that I need to take active care of my mental health. And when we talk of mental health, there are 5 blue zone regions. There can be more than 5 blue zone regions, but what are blue zone regions? Blue zone regions are the ones where they find the maximum centenarians. Now, who are centenarians? Centenarians are the people who get to live more than 100 years on this planet Earth. And of course, there are rarity. In India, maybe we will be able to find 1 or 2 centenarians, but there are few blue zones on our planet Earth where there are cluster of centenarians, and one of them is actually Icaria in Greece. It's a small island. And very interestingly, when they researched and checked what are certain fundamental commonalities compared to other island folks in Greece or maybe other people who are living in metropolitan cities, what are certain things they are doing because of which they live a happy, calmer and a longer life. And while I come to that reason, a dear friend of mine who's a Greek, he told me that he knows someone who's from Icaria and he has never ever seen her being anxious or her getting angry, just being very calm, very happy, very zen in life. And now if we were to talk about interesting fundamental parameters that are different to Icarians compared to other Greek people and to the rest of the world, you will find 4 common factors. Number 1 is certainly around the food. Many a times we think that our mental health is just based on meditation, yoga. Of course, that's one of the components. But the kind of food you eat, the kind of packaged food you eat, the kind of oily food we all eat, it impacts our mental well-being. Icarians are commonly known to actually grow their tomatoes, their vegetables in their backyard, of course in an organic manner, and that's one of the many reasons why they go on to have a very happy life. Mind you, it's really important that you do not just become a centenarian. and I am kind of in that process of getting a good mental health. It's an active focus that I've been putting since last 6 to 7 years, and I think that I've achieved some level of Zen zone, and that's why with this initiative of free series, we are kind of creating sensitization, creating self-awareness in the society. The second one, rather, I would say, would be around having a community. Icarians are known to help each other. Remember the village life, which your parents or grandparents would talk about. If you are unwell in your house, then somebody from your neighborhood would come and certainly watch out for you. It's not like those metropolitans flats where you do not even know who's living across door from you. The third one I would say is certainly enjoying life, having a siesta. A lot of countries, people like to take a break during the day from their work. I know that realistically it's not possible. I've done jobs which required me to work 60-70 hours per week, and given a choice I would not want to repeat them, but of course I got a lot of exposure, a lot of learning. I'm an output of those experiences as well. But if you have a choice, you should have siesta time in the afternoon. We are getting maybe good food, you're getting good sleep as well. If not on weekdays, certainly on the weekends too. And then I would say the fourth reason when it comes to Icarians is certainly having a sense of purpose. What drives you? What motivates you every morning? And these are the kind of parameters they found not just in Icaria, in Greece, but in a small village in Japan as well. And the word for that is Ikigai. And let's pick up few of these topics, and in fact rather one of this topic. Let's talk about the art of not doing anything. Let's hear that again.
Dolce far niente. It means the sweetness of doing nothing.
When was the last time you were not doing anything? Just relaxing, being patient with nature, being patient where you are, not being on your gadget, not being on your laptop, not nexting, not figuring out what's next. Just being in the present moment, not even meditating for that matter. So they say that a lot of happiness and calmness comes when you do nothing for a certain period of time. You could achieve that through multiple manners. Number one could be having a siesta. If not on the weekdays, then maybe on the weekends. The second one is just sitting with Mother Nature and just being calm and composed. Hearing the birds chirp, hearing the nature, hearing maybe many times we hear insects sound as well. That's being comfortable with your own self. Another example would be to maybe catch up over a cup of coffee or tea with your friends. Not just in a rushed, fast fashion or fast Starbucks fashion, where you pick up a cup of coffee, you are walking and talking with your friends or walking and talking on phone. Nah, your friend could be right across the table, you have a cup of coffee and you're not rushed. The conversation could go on for 2, 3 or more hours as well. And that's why, in fact, if I were to kind of wrap up this video, at Global Mental Health Initiative, we have started a healing program for anxiety and for migraine, whereby you are going to be getting dealt in a more scientific and at the same time in a more ancient manner, both intertwined. If you believe that you are unfortunately struggling with anxiety issues, depression issues, and most importantly migraine issues as well, you can check out our website globalmentalhealthinitiative.com, whereby you'll get access to mental therapists, you'll have access to yoga practitioners, you'll have access to dietitians and many more things, because mental health is not just limited to meditation and yoga. When do you start your day? Are you rushed? Are you feeling calm? How is your relationship with other people? How's your relationship with your parents? How's your relationship with your partner? How's your relationship with your in-laws? All of those things combined kind of play a role in your mental well-being. So that's the wrap up of this video in terms of how can you go about having to do nothing for a certain period of time without any objective, without any goal. I really hope that you enjoyed this one. Feel free to share it with your friends if you think that the art of doing nothing is something that you would want to do with them. And with that, ciao ciao, gracias. I'm going to see you very much soon on this free series of mental health.